Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Workplace Q&A. The question for today is how to ask for more money when you have a boss that seems to be about him or herself and doesn't care. Well, let's deal with part B of that question about bosses who don't care. And since this is Bible based, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2, and it says, "For people will love only themselves and their money." So the stats that sort of back that up comes from the Economic Policy Institute study of 2012, where it says that the gap between skyrocketing CEO pay, your boss, and relatively stagnant compensation for everybody else. CEOs between the year of 1978 and 2011, annual compensation increased by 726.7%. While average worker compensation for that same period increase was only 5.7%. That's a whole nother topic within itself of how we got to this place, because it's historic, how it happened. But that's for another conversation. And then part A of your question is how to ask for more money. So there, now we want to talk about how to ask for a raise, actually. And it's a complex question because it has so many factors that contribute to the outcome of your answer. So one of the factors is company size. Number two is the increase requirement policy. What is the policy of your company for raises and increases due to your reviews? Some have it 6 months. It depends on how your company policy is for increases. And number three is your standing against others' performance, because you are evaluated against your peers. And number four is market data for similar positions. What is the trend that's going on for your market? And there are other variables as well, but those are just a few. So in order for you to ask for the raise, number one, you got to build a case to demonstrate your value. That's part of your part C question, which statement that was made, that's knowing your worth and getting paid. You got to know you got to present your value. How do you value? How does the company value your worth as well? So in building your case, you got to gather some information. You got to get some market data. You got to get some industry trends, and you got to know your company revenue, because a lot of times a company will tell you that they're not giving out raises because of where the revenue lies. So you need to know where that is as well. Then you got to prepare a list of your accomplishments. Then you got to know what percentage of an increase are you looking for. And then you have to present that argument to your boss with confidence and showing him why you deserve that raise. Most of this information is coming from a document I looked up that aligns with my thinking about this thing. So you can go to www.wik.com/ask-for-a-pay-raise. All this information is there, and there's more detail than we're going to be able to do in these minutes of this video. But the bottom line is, after you do all of that and your boss says no, refuses you your raise, so what do? Let's go back to, we're talking about divine success, so we're talking about God-centered success. So what do you do in the case where you are refused to raise for whatever reasons? Number one, don't get despondent about it, because you're being prepared for greater. Everything that you're learning in your current position is going to be used for greater, elevating you to a greater level. So don't get despondent about it. Keep doing your work, number two, unto God. Because as you do your work unto God, He's the one that's the finisher of your faith and the rewarder of your faith. So don't get despondent about what man is doing. Number three is to update and shop your resume, because then it goes back to, why are you there? Are you there to be the light? Are you there to get knowledge so that you can grow and become more marketable, maybe to move? Or number three, you just don't fit in the environment. So you have to take all the variables and make them applicable to your circumstances and your situation. And that's the answer to the question of the day. Have a great day.